What's up everyone? In today's video we're diving into the biggest earthquakes in history, disasters that change the world. When the earth starts to shake, no one can stop it. In a blink of an eye, cities can turn into ruins and the lives of thousands of people are put in danger. Today, we're going to look at the biggest earthquakes in history, the ones that changed the course of history and left massive destruction. From huge tsunami waves destroying coastlines to entire cities turning to dust, these disastrous events show us the raw power of nature and how fragile human life is. We're going to explore these seismic events, looking into their causes, effects, and what we've learned about our planet and ourselves. Get ready for a journey into the earth to uncover stories of destruction. May 22nd, 1960. 3:11 p.m. local time. Along the coast of Chile, the earth begins to shake with unprecedented force. This is the Valdivia earthquake, the most powerful earthquake ever recorded. Magnitude 9.5. For long, terrifying minutes, the earth undulates and cracks, wreaking havoc for hundreds of miles. Buildings crumble like houses of cards, roads bend into unnatural shapes, and the earth literally opens up beneath the feet of terrified residents. But that's not the end. The earthquake triggers a tsunami of unimaginable force. Waves over 80 feet high, like angry mythical beasts, race across the Pacific Ocean, spreading destruction thousands of miles from the epicenter. Hawaii, Japan, the Philippines, even the distant shores of these countries feel the wrath of the giant from the depths. The tsunami destroys entire villages, submerging them in the ocean's depths and leaving behind a trail of destruction and despair. In Chile alone, the death toll reaches 1,655, and over 2 million people are left homeless. The city of Valdivia, closest to the epicenter, is completely destroyed. The Valdivia earthquake is a brutal reminder of the power of nature and how small and defenseless humans are in the face of its fury. This event forever changed the face of Chile, leaving a permanent mark on the landscape and in the memories of those who survived this cataclysm. Archival photos and films documenting the scale of the destruction show the terrifying truth of that day. We see cities razed to the ground, flooded streets, and terror in the eyes of the survivors. We listen to their stories, tales of loss, fear, but also of incredible courage and the will to survive. These stories, passed down from generation to generation, have become part of the Chilean identity, a reminder that even after the greatest disaster, life must go on. December 26, 2004, Christmas Day. Millions of people around the world are enjoying this special time with their loved ones. Few of them realize that deep beneath the surface of the Indian Ocean, a beast is awakening, one that will soon bring unimaginable destruction to the world. Off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia, a powerful earthquake strikes, measuring a magnitude of 9.1. This is one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded, releasing energy equivalent to the explosion of millions of atomic bombs. But it's not the earthquake that will prove to be the deadliest. What follows will forever be etched in history as one of the greatest natural disasters ever. The earthquake triggers a monstrous tsunami. Waves over 100 feet high, racing at the speed of a jet plane, slam into the coasts of Indonesia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, and other countries bordering the Indian Ocean. Paradise beaches, bustling cities, and peaceful fishing villages are wiped off the face of the earth in the blink of an eye. Water surges inland for miles, carrying death and destruction. People caught off guard during their holiday preparations have no chance to escape the fury of nature. Homes, hotels, entire towns are reduced to rubble under the crushing force of the water. The death toll rises with every passing hour. More than 230,000 people from 14 countries lose their lives and millions are left homeless. The Indian Ocean tsunami is a catastrophe of unimaginable proportions that forever changed the face of our world. In the face of this tragedy, the world unites to help the victims. Governments, humanitarian organizations, and ordinary people open their hearts and wallets to support those who have lost everything. This disaster also served as a catalyst for improving tsunami warning systems. New technologies, monitoring networks, and evacuation plans are created to prevent similar tragedies in the future. The Indian Ocean tsunami is a painful reminder of the power of nature and how important it is for us to be prepared for its whims. It is also a story of extraordinary solidarity and how, in the face of tragedy, we can unite and help those in need. Let's travel back in time to the year 1556 to China, where a tragedy of unimaginable scale unfolded. The Shaanxi earthquake, though less famous than some others, holds the grim record for the deadliest earthquake in human history. On January 23, 1556, the earth in Shaanxi province trembled with incredible force. It's estimated that the earthquake had a magnitude of around 8 and its effects were catastrophic. Back then, China was densely populated and most buildings were made of clay, a cheap and easy-to-use material, but extremely vulnerable to earthquake damage. As the earth shook, homes, temples, and palaces crumbled like houses of cards, burying hundreds of thousands of people beneath the rubble. Entire cities and villages vanished from the face of the earth in just minutes, swallowed by clouds of dust and debris. Chronicles from that time describe terrifying scenes of chaos, panic, and destruction. The earth cracked open, forming deep fissures that swallowed entire houses and people. Rivers changed their course and landslides buried entire villages. The scale of the tragedy was unimaginable. It's estimated that around 830,000 people died as a result of the Shaanxi earthquake. That's more than the death toll of all other earthquakes in history combined. The Shaanxi earthquake is a tragic reminder of how important it is to build earthquake-resistant structures, especially in seismically active regions. It's also a story about how fragile human life is and how quickly it can be taken away by the forces of nature. Although more than 450 years have passed since that tragedy, its memory is still alive in China. The Chinese government has introduced strict building codes to prevent similar tragedies in the future, and scientists are constantly working to improve earthquake warning systems. On March 11, 2011, Japan faced a disaster that forever changed the country and shocked the world. A magnitude 9 earthquake, one of the strongest in history, struck off the coast of Honshu Island, triggering a tsunami of unimaginable force. Waves over 10 meters high, like angry mythical beasts, crashed onto Japan's coast, causing devastation for hundreds of kilometers. Cities and villages disappeared underwater, houses and buildings crumbled, and thousands of people were swept away by the disaster. But the tragedy didn't end there. The tsunami hit the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, damaging the cooling systems and causing a series of explosions in the reactors. The Fukushima disaster became a symbol of the dangers of nuclear energy and sparked protests around the world. The world watched in horror as Japan struggled with the disaster. Thousands of people lost their lives, hundreds of thousands were evacuated from their homes, and radioactive contamination spread over a vast area. The Fukushima disaster showed how fragile our civilization is and how quickly it can be paralyzed by the forces of nature. It's also a painful reminder that even the most advanced technologies cannot guarantee our complete safety. In the face of tragedy, Japan showed the world incredible strength and determination. Society united to help the victims, rebuild destroyed cities, and face the challenges of the nuclear disaster. The Fukushima disaster is a lesson for all of us. A lesson about how important it is for us to live in harmony with nature, respect its power, and be prepared for its whims. It's also a lesson that in the face of tragedy, we can unite and together face even the greatest challenges. Earthquakes are forces of nature that we cannot stop, but we can prepare for them. Thanks to science and technology, we have better warning systems today that save lives. However, let's remember that in the face of disaster, solidarity and helping others are most important. Rebuilding after such tragedies is a long process and requires tremendous effort. But as history shows, the human spirit is unbreakable, and in the face of adversity, we can achieve extraordinary things. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye.